Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 8th and final week of TDEC's virtual summer camp. This week's activities are targeted at 9th through 12th grade, but we encourage viewers of all ages to follow along. Today is Trash Reduction Tuesday, and we are doing a fun DIY that teaches us that we can make our own tie-dye t-shirts with just using natural materials that we likely already have at home. So for today's experiment, we are going to be using some red cabbage that we are going to boil down to get the purple dye extracted, and also ground turmeric, which makes a really cool mustardy yellow dye. We also have salt, baking soda, and white vinegar. I'm going to get into the purpose for the white vinegar and the baking soda a little bit later. We also had a little thing that we usually do for cookouts, and so this is how we will apply our dye to our shirt. We had rubber bands for our tie-dye, and then we also have our shirts. So I really encourage you to use a shirt that you already have at home. It can be something that does have something on the front, and you can just add to it by doing a tie-dye with it. You can also find a lot of cool shirts at your local consignment shop. So stay tuned. We are going to start chopping up our cabbage and get that ready to boil. Okay, so I've got two helpers with me, and Ainsley has chopped up our cabbage, which we'll actually be able to have for dinner tonight. We're just going to use the water to make our dye. So she chopped that up, and we've got that getting ready to start boiling. And we really want to just keep it boiling until we achieve the dark purple in the water that we're looking for. And then over here, we just kind of used our sight to see about how yellow we wanted with what to add as far as turmeric into our water. So we've got that simmering. I'm going to turn that down. And Ainsley, will you get the salt? We're going to put a little salt.
Can I do it?
Sure.
Thanks.
We're going to put a little salt in our cabbage, which helps also pull out that purple color. Here, I'll just add some here.
What's going to happen? I'm going to stir it.
Okay, yeah, we're going to stir it now.
But I'm going to do it.
All right, go ahead. Just don't burn yourself. Okay, wait. Thank you. All right, good job. So see, we're already starting to get some purple water. We're going to let that simmer a little bit more. And while these are simmering, we are going to go ahead and get our shirts ready. Okay, so what Ainsley's doing now is she's just dampening up our shirts, because that helps a lot with the dye. Once we start putting that on our shirt, it will spread a lot more evenly. And next we're going to use our rubber bands to make our patterns that will be for the tie-dye. Okay, so while we've got our turmeric water simmering and we are boiling our cabbage down, which actually smells like it's going to be really good for dinner, doesn't it, y'all? Okay. Ainsley has dampened our t-shirts, and now she's going to start making her tie-dye pattern. So she's going to do the swirl. She grabbed a fork to help. And it's good to do that on the front of the t-shirt instead of the back, because it tends to be the more defined side for all of your tie-dye colors. And while Ainsley's doing that, I want to give a few things that I think are really important for everybody to know. So every year, more than 80 billion articles of clothing are produced and sold around the world. So that means that every year, billions of used articles of clothing are thrown away to make room for the new ones. And that's really an unfortunate waste of valuable resources. And here's a few facts that will help you understand why. So it takes about 700 gallons of water to make a cotton shirt. So that shirt that Ainsley is creatively designing into her tie-dye took 700 gallons of water. And so that's a lot of water. To put those numbers into perspective, the amount of water needed to make that t-shirt is enough for one person to stay hydrated for 900 days. The average American throws out about 82 pounds of clothing waste per year. So that's 11 million tons of waste produced every year by just the U.S. alone. While it may seem harmless to throw out tattered clothes, these fabrics are likely to then end up in landfills where they pile up to produce greenhouse gases that are emitted into the atmosphere. So clothes can also take up to 40 years to decompose. So once we throw out our clothes, we accept the fact that we'll never see them again. However, just because our discarded clothes are no longer in our lives doesn't mean they've disappeared. While some materials take longer to decompose than others, all have harmful effects for the environment. And also, another thing is 95% of this clothing can be recycled. So every year we keep throwing stuff away, and most of that can be recycled. So that means that there's an alternative to landfill waste. They can be repurposed for a number of things. We can use old t-shirts to make reusable bags for our groceries. It can be used for pillow stuffing, even paper money. So when you recycle your clothing, it's possible they might go straight to a new owner without any alteration. It's also possible that they may be repurposed into a plethora of everyday items. It could be turned into carpet padding, baseball filling, jewelry box lining. You never know where your recycled clothes might end up. So we've got upcycling, we've got recycling. Anything, either one of those is just so much better than throwing it away. So while she is making her pattern, we're letting our stuff simmer, and stay tuned. We are going to show you how our dyes can change colors. Okay, so we have got our cabbage water, and if you look, it almost looks black. It is just super pigmented and is actually a deep purple. So we're going to keep this one in the bowl purple, and then we filled up 3 other containers, and now this is where our vinegar and our baking soda is going to come in handy. So changing the pH of this cabbage will actually change the colors of the dye. So by itself, you can see the cabbage liquid is a pretty purple color. Now if we add vinegar, it will turn the dye to pink. So Ainsley, do you want to try? You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to add just a little bit and see what we got going on here. Oh, wow. Look at the color change. That's super cool.
I don't think the pink is going to be that subtle.
Well, I think it's a really pretty color. What do you think?
Yeah.
So you can really do it however you want. I think we'll stick with this kind of magenta. So adding this baking soda now which is an alkaline, it's going to turn to a blue color. And then if you add even more to it, it will turn into a greenish color. So we really wanted to try to get a blue and a green. So Ainsley, let's go ahead and add us some baking soda to the first one to get it blue. Okay. And you might need to put the lid on it. Ooh, I see it's changing.
Here, wait, I'm going to try this technique. Do you think a little bit more? I think if it does, then it'll be turquoise.
Let's see. Can you hold it still so I can get a good shot? Yeah, it looks pretty blue. I think that's pretty. Now do you want to make the other one green? So you'll add more baking soda than you did for that one. So it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if we can shine it up maybe. No, not really. But you can see the drip there. It's kind of a turquoise.
So probably 3 tablespoons for this one.
That sounds good. All right.
I think
We'll
more.
stir this up.
Yeah, it's gonna need
Maybe
more.
a little more. Okay. Maybe one more thing. Because maybe I would love to make it like an earth green. Let's
Yeah,
see if we
that'd
can
be
do
really
that. So it's really cool how just one head of cabbage can make 4 different colors here. And remember, we've got our orange from our turmeric. So I will go over here and just show how we have our different shirts all ready to go. So we are about to apply our dyes and see what we come up with. Okay, so we are starting our tie-dye process. I added a couple colors here of the turquoise. So you see it's a little bit more subtle, but that's actually what we really wanted to do this time. So Ainsley is adding her blue. Now we're just going to keep doing this for all of our colors, and then we will cover them and let them sit overnight and then rinse them out and see what our final product is in the morning. Stay tuned. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention that's really handy is to have some saran wrap or something. Even like if you have a plastic bag that you've gotten from the grocery store, instead of throwing it away, just wrap up your tie-dye in that. And so here's Bowen's, and just really wanted to show how cool that yellow came out. Here is Ainsley's, and here's mine. So some really cool colors that just came out of cabbage and turmeric.
And they can even be dinner too.
Yep. So we're gonna wrap these up and let them set for a while and see what our outcome is. All right, so it's the next day, and here's how Ainsley's turned out. It's real subtle, and we really actually like that because it's going to be a little bit more subtle with natural colors. Another thing that we learned might be a better option is to put a little vinegar on the shirts before. But here is the other one. Really pretty. And here's Bowen's. Alright, so that was just plain white shirts with a little smiley face. So we really enjoyed doing that. What do y'all think? Did y'all enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay. Well, thank you for following along for today's Trash Reduction Tuesday. So I hope you enjoyed the DIY tie-dye activity and learned a little bit about it. So please tune back in tomorrow. And this is our last week for virtual summer camp. So we hope to see you every day.